Hey everyone, we are on our way out into the wilderness to check out some culverts we've seen earlier this year. Now, a couple times earlier this year, you may have seen my videos where we actually had to drive through the river because this bridge was out. The foundations got eroded and stuff. Well, they fixed it, and I was showing the bridge and I noticed how it looked like the foundation was still kind of apart. Well, the last time I went down this road, I had to find a large detour around it because they were ripping the bridge up again, maybe fixing that. I just want to see what they did. They planted grass that's starting to grow in. Very humid day, overcast. Not that hot, but humidity makes it feel a lot hotter. It looks like this is still an appropriate grade. You could still drive through here during an emergency, and I think that's why they didn't put any big rocks in the way, because they know the bridge might wash out again. So yes, they actually did make a proper fix here. Check it out. It looks like they even put new timbers in. Doesn't look like they reused it from the other bridge. I wonder if they're going to come back and put railings or not. A lot of the bridges out here have just a little rail on there, so in the wintertime, when this thing is sheer ice, you don't slide off it. It would catch your tire. So since the last time we were here, look at all the rocks they put here. Last time, you could see a big crevice right underneath the foundation, which has since been filled in. Awesome. This is going to hold up a lot better in a storm, unless there's just so much water it moves all these rocks, when in that case, there was no hope anyways. Looking down inside here, yeah, they removed the entire foundation, and those might even be different blocks. They are definitely put back in way better than they were. Maybe last time was just a temporary fix until they could replace the entire bridge. I don't know, but it's in awesome shape now. Let's continue down the road to some of our usual locations, which may not have usual clogs. They've been doing a lot of beaver trapping this year. It looks like this bridge might be getting a new deck. Yeah, wow. This deck was not this destroyed the last time we came through here. It looks like it was probably already starting to rot, and their big old machines for the logging must have punched through it because they're so heavy. Yep, they just started logging this area again. These big old heavy machines must have just punched through it. There's a lot of logging activity here since the last time I was up here. Yeah, and those machines are also wider, so they're touching parts of the bridge that the tractor trailers usually don't touch, I guess. Here we come up into another logging area. This bridge was actually just installed a couple years ago. The deck may have been replaced, but it used to be a massive culvert until it kept washing away. Gigantic saw. Wonder if anyone's there working. Probably not in that site. It's just logging site after logging site. A lot's happened in the past couple weeks since we went up here. Here's a spot I'm going to get out and inspect. The road looks perfect, but I just want to see what's up. See these ribbons here? I put these here back in the springtime. There was a big sinkhole here. Looks like it might be sinking again or just settling the repair. But this pipe, it was definitely not replaced. I just want to take a look in it because last time I was here, the entire culvert bottom was rusted through, and that was causing sinkholes in the road, and I can already see the culvert is still absolutely destroyed. Yeah, you see how the bottom of the pipe is completely rusted through? There's just a little trickle of water going through it, but those holes and stuff persist through the entire thing, so the next time we get a giant rainstorm, it's going to start eroding on the sides of this pipe, and then a big truck's going to go by, and it's going to collapse it into the hollow voids. This pipe does need to be replaced, but until someone rips off an axle, most likely until it damages one of the logging company's trucks, it won't be replaced, unfortunately. Alright everyone, just as I expected, I don't think the beavers are back. This water's way too low. There's like a 3-foot bathtub ring with grass starting to grow in. Yep, there's no dam. I see a couple tiny little fish in the pipe. Good amount of flow. So The beavers are definitely relocated. We had some really good uncloggings here earlier in the year, but the trapper finally got them. We also had some good uncloggings 2 years ago. Trapper got them, but it didn't take too long. Maybe 2 years, different family of beavers found the area, and now we know we don't have to come here as often, but we will still do periodic checks. All right, everyone. Now we're off to go check out another place right down the road, which would be the intersection clog that sometimes happens. I know for a fact those ones have not been relocated, but that is a secondary pond and they live right above it, so it's hit or miss. You can find a blockage there a few days later, but I've been checking it a week, 2 weeks, a month. Now we're going on about 2 months since the last time I found a blockage there, so maybe we got something going on. It's been quite a while. I'd be kind of surprised if we found nothing. Unbelievable. After 2 months, the beavers didn't do a single thing here, unless the road crew's been doing it. Let's see. They mowed this about a month ago. All right. Somebody pulled this out of here very recently. There's no way this has been sitting here a month. Somebody else has been unclogging it. And you see this pipe is close to being clogged again. Looking around. Yeah, there's been water coming out of here. But who flattened it down like this where the water could come out so easily? That's really, really weird. No, but this thing is close to flooding again, and it looks like it has been flooding. I can see water's been sitting there, collecting silt, probably coming out of here. And I can see the water line. Yeah, this road was flooded. Somebody unclogged it. And that's really weird. Usually the logging company doesn't do it by hand, but I can tell 100% this was unclogged by hand. And this one may have not really been unclogged. The way it's packed in there, this may not have been unclogged. But the other one certainly was unclogged. While I'm here gearing up, that's like the tiniest toad ever. Look at it compared to the pieces of sand behind it. Extremely tiny. Alrighty, everyone. We're all geared up. We got camera number 2 already over there set up. Got the big high boots on. I guess the beavers have just been slow this year, which is weird. We've had more rain than any other year recently. And I would have noticed someone else unclogging it. All right. Camera number 2 is now going. Woo! All right. Now we gotta get in here. This is not gonna be that hard. It's easier when you have more water, and when there's still quite a good amount here today. Let's get on in. Got a frog in there. And a ton of little tiny flies. Alrighty. I can tell this beaver dam has been so big at times in the past. The foundation of it goes way out here. That's how much debris they've had here at certain times. All right, we're gonna go downstream now and get the primary flow culvert. Look at that, we got a good amount flowing compared to before. I should probably go down there and make sure that's able to get out of there. All right, you guys saw that I barely sent anything through. Whoever was the last one to unclog it left everything jammed in the end right there. We didn't send half of this stuff through here. Wow, look what just came out of there. That whole pipe is jammed up. Whoever was the last one to unclog this could have caused a catastrophic nightmare if the beaver decided to reinforce that junk that was allowed to be left inside. Same with this one here. Whoever was the last one to unclog it didn't make a channel through it like we usually do. Look at that, all caked in there. Once we get that flooded, I'll try to make a little channel through it. I wonder if somebody left this one packed full of debris too, and if we'll see that start sliding out when we get the water going. I could tell how the water's slowing down. Somebody left something in there. I'm looking in there and I can see something. It's not the wall on the other side. There's literally something stuck in here. I thought so. Being as careful as possible not to send more through until we can deal with that. The water slowed down now that the pipe is full. So we'll come back over here and try to deteriorate it. It's completely open, but I usually like to deteriorate a little bit of the dam in front of it, the dam's foundation. All right, so we got to try to get rid of some of this. As you know now, that water's very deep. That was a big hole there before we started. Yeah, I can see it right there in the pipe. You guys saw I didn't send anything through, but there's a ton of it right here. A ton of it in there. This is why we always pull it out of this one. That appears to be it. Now that we actually got water, this is easier to pull apart. I don't think the rake's gonna help much. There we go, we just let a lot through. Also got a good amount of mosquito bites. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm extremely tired. I don't know why. Tried to take it easy. Actually took over a week off and still kind of feel the same way. That's draining nice now. We just improved that a lot. Camera number 2 off. And I think we're gonna leave it like this for today. Looking good. They gotta bring an excavator down to get the end of it a lot better. This was not done with an excavator. Honestly, I've never seen proof in the 3 years I've been maintaining this one that an excavator has ever come out here. I don't think they use an excavator here. I don't think they ever maintain this at all other than what we've done. And that pile there, I think somebody did that for fun. I don't think that was a logging company one bit, since there's no evidence that anything was taken out of the lower one. But you can maybe see in the water there, the current is strong enough, it's starting to pull a couple things apart. Well, we got it done. The beavers here have been building back slowly, so we maybe bought the road a couple weeks of time before it becomes underwater again. All right. We got that one all done. Most of these roads this time out are very in good condition. The only bumpy spots we've been having are on the hills, because before they put dirt down, they'll pour dump trucks of rocks like the size of footballs everywhere. and that prevents it from washing out. It just becomes extremely bumpy when the soil around the rocks is washed away. But they'll come in with dump trucks during a drier period and regrade it so it looks nice. Like you can see here, all the bigger rocks right underneath the soil, so it doesn't wash out as easily on the hills. There's always puddles at the bottom of the hill where the water collects, but not a big deal. This has been a very wet year, and I'm amazed the roads were never really in that bad a shape, just because they've been building them better than they used to. None of these roads really became impassable unless a complete culvert washed out. Other than that, haven't really seen any problems like that this year. But even though we're going into summer, it's not raining as much as it was here just a month ago. So the blockage finding, all that kind of stuff is inevitably slowing down, and I think I'm going to start uploading more on my second channel now that we can't really do much else in the summer. But I will not completely stop. Never have. We always go out, but now sometimes it takes over 1,000 miles of driving before we can actually find anything these days. And eventually it gets to the point in the summertime doing uncloggings where it just completely becomes infeasible. Just like the reason we don't drain flooded storm drains anymore. It's completely unfeasible now. You can go out looking for them, never happens anymore. Now we're back on one of the main roads. Hope today's video was interesting, everybody. Thanks for watching and have a great day.